Despite having a bounty of only 1.057 billion berries, he influenced Oda to revise the devil fruit concept. Even Blackbeard acknowledged that his combat ability rivals that of a Marine Admiral. Though he could use observation haki to briefly pause and see the future, his sneak attack on Sanji was easily dodged. He was even teased by Shanks about not knowing the basics of haki training. This is Charlotte Katakuri, the man who blocked Luffy's path in the New World. Some once speculated he was the illegitimate child of Kaido and Big Mom, as these two emperors had spent time on the same ship in their youth and shared an ambiguous relationship, making the possibility of having a child together reasonable. After all, their former crewmate Whitebeard had fathered Weevil with Miss Bakken, hadn't he? In Katakuri's first appearance, he demonstrated his future sight observation haki by predicting Father Capone's assassination plan would fail. He immediately fired a jelly bean at Sanji, who effortlessly dodged it with a simple head movement. Could this mean Sanji's observation haki training had also reached the level of seeing into the future? Later, during his battle with Luffy in the New World, Katakuri showcased the advantage of his future sight. No matter what moves Luffy used, he could manipulate his Mochi Mochi fruit to avoid them. His armament haki was also formidable. Although he hadn't mastered advanced armament haki like Ryuo, his hardening ability surpassed Luffy's at the time. When their fists clashed, Luffy cried out in pain. Regarding Devil Fruit mastery, Katakuri was top tier. Not only had he awakened his Devil Fruit powers, but he also developed his Mochi Mochi fruit to mimic Logia-type abilities. He could replicate any of Luffy's attacks with greater power, which forced Oda to clarify in an SBS that the Mochi Mochi fruit wasn't a paramecia or Logia, but rather a special paramecia between the two types. However, Katakuri suffered from appearing too early in the story, being defeated by Luffy when he could only use Gear 4th, leading some to consider him the weakest among the Emperor's commanders. In reality, judging by his mastery of both his Devil Fruit and haki, he definitely possessed combat ability comparable to current Marine Admirals. Blackbeard particularly acknowledged Katakuri's strength. When sending forces to Whole Cake Island to capture the Three-Eye tribe member Pudding, he specifically dispatched Van Augur and former Admiral Aokiji, believing that among all Blackbeard pirates, only Aokiji could defeat Katakuri.